Hey, Fran fam. Welcome to Life and Style with Francyne. I am your host, Francyne Walker. Joining me today is Susan Smallwood, also known as Ms. Grandiosity. And honey, let me tell you, her mantra is live life grand. And when we get through talking to her, we're going to feel simply grand. Please join me in welcoming Susan to the show. Hey, Susan.
Greetings, Francyne, and grand greetings to the world. Thank you so much for having me on your show. And of course, thanks to my publicist, Auntie Marie, for connecting us.
Well, I appreciate Auntie as well. So let's talk about Grandiosity Events. You are the founder, 5-year company. Congratulations and happy anniversary. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Celebrating for you in milestones during this pandemic. It's certainly nice to have something nice to celebrate in the midst of all this just dread, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's easy to live life grand when you're doing grand things.
That is the truth. It's really a mindset. It's a mindset.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about that because I know you've got some other things going on, but we want to talk about Grandiosity Events. It is a luxury brand company. I like the way that sounds. As far as events, philanthropic interest, all kinds of different products that you deal with. Let's talk about how you got started with the company.
So as you mentioned, Grandiosity Events celebrates 5 years this month, October 30th. We are so grateful to have made it to this milestone. Prior to Grandiosity Events, the company was under a different name. It was the Perfect 10 Event Socialite. I'm not perfect, and neither is anybody else in this world. So there were challenges I experienced, and when I resumed the business, I changed the name to Grandiosity Events. So hence the name Grandiosity.
Okay. Now, when I was teasing the interview, I mentioned cigars, caviar, and helicopters.
Yes.
Pretty grand, Susan.
Absolutely.
So did you have on the helicopter? Talk about that.
Okay, well, interestingly enough, so 3 weeks ago, Grandiosity produced our 4th annual Polo and Jazz at Congressional Polo Club in Poolesville, Maryland, which is minutes from Potomac, Maryland. The owner was very delighted and impressed with the event. She asked me to come on board with the Halloween polo, where the polo players will be playing in costume and the guests can come out in their costumes as well. And as we know, most adults are kids at heart, so we want to get dressed up as our alter ego. So jumping on board, less than 2 weeks out now, and celebrity life coach Eve, who is my life coach as well, Eve Monica, going to give her a shout out, brought on some other individuals to participate with this grand luxurious event. One of the gentlemen is a CEO of an aviation company located in Washington, D.C. And he said, well, we're flying out in our helicopters. I'm going to have my clients fly out in helicopters. And I said, well, that's a right in grand style. Bring it. So they're coming in helicopters. So I already ordered the Champagne Caviar that's en route to Maryland for this event for a special guest. And going back, the very first event that Grandiosity produced in October 5 years ago, it was at a private jet hangar, Signature Flight Support private jet hangar, which houses $50 billion worth of private jets. We had a helicopter arrival at that event. So they were arriving in grand stuff. So it's like history repeating itself.
Yeah.
How grand is that?
Yeah. Wow. So you have been doing this for 5 years. You rebranded yourself. I love the name. It just feels like Lux. It feels like Velocity. It feels like, oh, I want to be a part of that event. Or, it feels like these are the who's who events that you have definitely created. Talk about some of the challenges you've encountered.
Woo! Boy, that's a whole Netflix series. But the long of the short is that with the faith and believing, manifestation and visualization, I have been able to create these grand experiences for my clients. And Grandiosity's mission is to bring cultures from around the globe together for grand exposure, education, and experiences. And we've done just that. It keeps growing and growing with each and every event. And again, as I mentioned earlier, we're based in the Washington, D.C. area, Maryland, D.C., Virginia. However, Grandiosity did expand our brand to the Fort Lauderdale, Miami area, and as well soon Palm Beach.
Wow. That should be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Backdrop, beautiful weather, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
So a little crazy thing happened mid-March that basically shut the world down. As you know, you were there, I was there, here we are, in the midst of a pandemic still. Mm-hmm. However, the world shut down totally. How did that impact you, Susan?
Oh, yes. So that impacted, first of all, it did impact the entire world. Certainly the live events industry. Yes. Our events were shut down completely. And at that time, I said, I need to pivot because I knew that because it was unpredictable, it was unprecedented and unpredictable. I said, oh my goodness, we're not going to have events for a while. What can I do? So with the grace of my partner, he said, why don't you create a product? And I started brainstorming, grand minds, my wheels were spinning, and voila, I came up with my crystal energy water bottle.
Ah, yes.
Crystal energy water bottle.
Talk about the crystal energy water bottle.
So it took several revisions on developing the actual design. I actually modified my logo. If you could see that there, is that correct? Let me see. It says "Live Life Grand Every Day." Do you see that? Right there. So that's the lid of the packaging. The box is beautifully decorated. Love, health, wealth, peace, prosperity, and power. Yeah. Very powerful words. We enrich our life with words. Words are powerful. Yes. So every morning I meditate and I inject these words into my meditation. And as a result, and with visualization, I have manifested everything that has happened in my life, especially during this unprecedented crisis. So let me just pull out the bottle real quick.
Sure.
It does come with a sleeve that also has all the powerful words. And then when you pull the sleeve off, the actual glass, this is borosilicate glass, which means it's very, very sturdy. It's very hard to break. So this is the reservoir for the crystals at the bottom. And the crystals come in a separate sachet in the box. And this box happens to have the citrine crystals, which brings harmony and wealth. Money, wealth, harmony. Can you see that there? So anyway, with I'm so excited about my water bottle. I forgot the rest of the question. What was the question again?
How you were basically impacted by this pandemic and what it has done, I've seen in numerous occasions, it has caused people to pivot, and you decided to pivot with a product. I mean, we all need water, right?
We all need water, yes.
But we all need water, but we also need positivity. We also need the encouragement, because this is, as you said, and as we've experienced, this is an unprecedented time. Everything is at an all-time high: anxiety, stress, grief. So, I remembered reading something where it was Tracy Ellison. She had this glass. It was like a glass or a bottle, and it had different things on it. And I think it was what was it? It was something similar with all these different positive things on it, drinking this water. So I
Oh, wow, I didn't know that. Really?
Yeah, I love the idea of that. And it's so pretty.
Oh, okay. I've got to check it out. I didn't know.
Your bottle now. It's just your bottle is
Oh,
just such a beautiful, very, it just feels like a great way to drink water.
it
A
is.
way to drink water, right?
It is. And we are what we drink. We are what we put inside our bodies. And we
Yeah.
radiate love and health, wealth from the inside out. So the vibration that we're radiating from the inside is what we attract on the outside, people, places, and things. So I recommend alkaline water because alkaline gets down to our cellular level. Of course, any water is beneficial and healthy for us, but alkaline water for me personally gets down to the cellular level. And when you drink and you're visualizing and saying these words of powerful words of positivity, you definitely create that energetic field, the powerful forces, the invisible forces that's out in the universe. You attract that to you. And that's where I am today.
Now, so you basically, this is your water bottle. And do you say, is it a ritual, a routine? As far as drinking your water, when you say you recite these different affirmations and positive words, how do you do that?
I have my affirmations are in my phone. So every morning upon after meditating, I pull out my, I pull out my phone, and all the affirmations are stored in my phone. And I sit, I read the affirmations, I drink my water, I visualize my arrival, whatever destiny I'm creating on my journey. I visualize myself there. I visualize the arrival of my events. I visualize that. And I sit still, I sit with myself, and I process everything. I let the vibes come through my body, and then it radiates on the outside. Then I start attracting the people, places, and things. That is the truth. And there's magic and miracles in believing.
Yeah. You mentioned, I saw something on the website about chakras. Talk a little bit about chakras.
So there's 7 chakras, and I don't have it on my website. I don't know it was on my EPK. So yeah, so when our crown chakra down to our third eye chakra, throat chakra, heart chakra, all our chakras are it's the energetic balance in our bodies, in our system, in our thinking. So we have to keep that balanced inside of us. And when we're balanced, when all our chakras are balanced and not blocked, then we again attract everything on that energetic level. Okay. But if you're blocked somewhere, you need to unblock that. But that's why it's very important to have all our chakras balanced and clear. Sure. When we're moving forward in our destiny.
Now, you actually have started back doing events, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. How did that feel?
It felt very, very, it was a very anxious time because we were just opening up third phase in Maryland. And then because even though the event was planned in the beginning of the year, we had to put it on hold because of the current crisis. And then something in my spirit said, because I visualized, said, Susan, go for it. Because everybody else was shutting down their events. And I believe in taking opportunities, when an opportunity presents itself, I jumped out there. Even though we only had 3 weeks, me and my team, we rocked out. There were lots of sleepless nights, long hours, just relentless hours of working. And then when my beautiful publicist Antea, she said, "Oh, Karen Huger from the Real Housewives of Potomac is glad to be hosting, and she's going to be bringing her Le Grand Dame perfume fragrance as well." and then Ashley Darby from the Housewives, then Brashan Shaw, then Sharice Jackson Jordan, and then the media, the influencers and bloggers, and everybody started jumping on board within 3 weeks.
Wow.
And the event was such a beautiful, grand success. Yes, we implemented social distancing measures. Yes, we had on our masks, and we had beautiful photography and photographers and videographers that have captured the event. So it's all over the social media.
Wow. And speaking of events, congratulations on the relaunch of events. Because we certainly need, we're exercising social distancing, of course, but we certainly need socialization. We need to party, we need to dance, we need to eat, we need to drink. We need that. We need human connection.
Yes, we do.
While it's, unfortunate that we have to employ these different methods now, to keep ourselves safe, the great thing is, or the grand thing is, you were able to re-implement your events and still, and still experience success. So that's kind of cool. Now you have an event coming up in a couple of weeks, correct?
Oh, and less than a week and a half, on Halloween Day, we are producing the Halloween Polo costume party. And we look forward to seeing the guests there. And that's where the guests will be flying in on helicopters, and we'll have champagne and caviar. So we want everyone that can come out and have a grand time, come click on the link, Grandiosity Events, and get your tailgate spot or your spot in the grandstand.
Nice. Oh, that I may have to fly to that.
Yes, you need to be here. Be there, rather. Yes.
Yeah. So now you're in DC, and now you have expansion in Florida. What's next, Susan?
Well, so we also, pre-COVID, we started a Champagne and Caviar series. We were able to execute 2. One inside of Marquis Caviar Lounge, located in the world's first guitar hotel resort here in Hollywood, Florida, and then one back in National Harbor on a friend's private boat. So now it's in development, dates and times and places where we're going to be executing the other Champagne and Caviar series.
What kind of advice would you have for someone looking to enter this particular arena on implementing a luxury brand type persona or brand type niche, if I may? What would you say to them if they wanted to enter this particular industry?
Well, you have to be aligned with the brands that are grander than yours. So I'm aligned. I have aligned with Macy's, Tiffany and Company, Rolls Royce, Lamborghini, Tesla, Bentley, Maserati. So all those luxury automotives. So you have to be aligned with those luxury brands in order to gain that momentum and quantum leap level. So in 5 years, to be aligned with those brands, I'm very, very grateful for that. Yeah. And you have to keep your standards high with each and every event, and you have to push yourself even grander with each event, and you have to be even more creative with each event. So, and you have to believe in yourself, and again, visualize your arrival.
Would you say that you also have to implement some sort of exclusivity when it comes to your events?
Yes, price points create exclusivity. My price points haven't been as high as they should be, but they are about to spike because production costs are very costly, and because we want to create more curated, exclusive events. So price points is an indicator of that.
Sure.
Yes, and then we're going to create a membership platform as well.
Wow. Now, if we want to find you on social media, how can we do so?
We are located on IG and Facebook at Grandiosity Events.
Okay.
Please follow us.
Okay, definitely. And if we wanted to get a water bottle and support, are we able to purchase that on your website?
Website is in development right now. You can Cash App $Grandiosity1 with your name, address, and phone number. And it's $47 a bottle, and with $10 plus $10 for shipping. So that will be shipped out to you ASAP as soon as we get to Cash App. Okay. And the website will be up in the next week or so.
And we can find out, we can get launch information via your social media, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Okay. Well, Susan, thank you for such a grand time. I appreciate you stopping by Life and Style with Francyne and sharing with us some grandiosity. And we appreciate, what you're doing, making a difference in the way of grand things and grand events and grand people. We wish you well on the launch of the water bottles and continued success with your expansion into the Florida area. Anything you want to add before we close?
Remember, life is short. Live life grand every day.
Yes, live life grand every day. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll talk to you soon, okay?
Grandest thanks. Have a grand day.
Have a grand day too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to Life and Style with Francyne. Remember, you can tune in to Life and Style on my Facebook page, Life and Style with Francyne. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, don't forget to drop us a line at lifeandstylewithfrancyne@gmail.com. Follow us at Francyne Walker TV on Instagram. Life and Style with Francyne is our Facebook page. And of course, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Francyne Walker, where you can see this replay as well as all of my upcoming and past shows. Talk to you guys soon.